Hi, we're about to see Ghost in the Shell as a bit of an impulse thing. I didn't even know it was out in Australia yet, but after a jiu-jitsu tournament we were here and about to watch it.
Yeah, we have high expectation after we saw the first one, the original one. Like pretty good music, pretty good everything. So
Yeah, the music's...
it
Yeah,
don't
that's,
have to be better.
that's something I've not been thinking about. The music was really good in the original. Actually, something I know for a fact, the music in this one's the same as the guy that did Moon.
Yeah.
Really good score. So I've got high hopes for that. I have high expectations, and I don't usually. I mean, with a remake, I never expect it to be good, so
Never better than the original one, but
I usually expect it to be insulting. I mean, they remade Old Boy. People forget that. They remade Old... Yeah. So going in, high expectations, and I hope this movie makes me think, so... Yeah, I'll talk to you afterwards. Hi, this is multiple times silver medalist in Jiu-Jitsu, just another film critic here, and today I want to talk...
Isaac, shut up. Take your
What?
medals, please.
Don't
Take
like
your
these
medals.
medals!
This is Major. I'm on site.
Hi, this is just another film critic here, and my partner Steph and I just got back from watching the newest Ghost in the Shell movie. Now, full disclosure, Steph to a lesser extent, but I am a huge fan of the original. It's a work of art in my eyes. In fact, the title sequence in the original I consider a modern piece of visual poetry that I don't think has been equaled many times over. So I was going into this film with certain expectations, and it met them. This is a very good movie, a very serviceable movie, but I should probably delve a little deeper than that. One of my concerns going into this movie, having seen the trailer for the movie months ago, I noticed that there were scenes from the original film that were done in live action, redone in live action, and the last thing I, as a fan of the original, want to see, the fan of such a clever, intelligent movie, want to see is just a live action remake of the original, with special effects added, maybe Scarlett Johansson doing her best Matrix impersonation, which was sort of there, but last thing I want to see is a complete retread, and this film does the best possible thing a remake should do. It takes the original ideas, it takes the original title, the original characters, and takes things off in its own direction, all for the sake of telling a good story. I feel like this is a film that's been done with integrity. The decisions made were done for the sake of art. Whether they're right or wrong, you can agree or disagree, but I feel like everything in the shots was there for a reason. Now, something that was different about this film, and something I always look for with science fiction films, is the setting. While the original Ghost in the Shell was set in a future that you could plausibly see our reality becoming, it was like Her, a film I saw recently also starring Scarlett Johansson. It's a future that isn't there yet, probably won't happen, but could foreseeably happen. It's not that far in the future, maybe 2050 or so we're there. I feel the same way about Blade Runner, to a lesser extent, but this film, the new Ghost in the Shell, in my opinion, goes full science fiction with the future. I mean, it's not quite Star Trek. I mean, you're seeing skyscrapers with neon advertisements, giant up in the sky, holograms, everything. Every frame is cluttered with these weird and wonderful images, and unlike the Star Wars prequels from 15-ish years ago, I feel like it has soul to it. I feel like all these visuals are there for a reason. I mean, even the subtitles look beautiful. It's all very visually cluttered, but I don't think it's style over substance. I think there was a very consistent look that they were striving for with this film, and it's very unique. You can picture any one frame from this movie, and someone that had seen it would say, oh, well, that's from Ghost in the Shell, naturally. So to add to this effect, one thing going into this film that I was thinking about a lot, and literally walking into this film that I was thinking about a lot, is, will the soundtrack measure up? The original had such a haunting, beautiful score. I've listened to that song multiple times on my phone, to death over the last 5 years actually, and I'll say that this new film's soundtrack is adequate. It's ambience, it's good, very good. I'm a fan of the guy that did the soundtrack, although his name's evading me at the moment. But it's not quite something that I want to listen to over and over again. But should probably get to the meat of the movie a little bit more, and something about this film that is noticeable from the original, and I would argue an improvement even, is that the film has a much stronger character focus. The philosophy was dialed down, and it's more of a, this character is brain is put into a cyber-enhanced body. That's at the very opening few minutes, so I'm not spoiling anything there. And how this character deals with it. And the idea of memory as just simple data that we interpret for our own means going forward. And the idea that memory isn't necessarily what defines us is in this movie. And I was thinking while watching it, you know, this is something I've seen before. I've seen it in Blade Runner, and oddly enough, the original RoboCop delved into this idea a little bit, that you've been resurrected as something different, but you still have a past, but you don't remember it, but do you feel it?
He's a cyborg, you idiot!
I should say that the acting in this film is on point. I think Scarlett Johansson, by this point, can probably do these roles in her sleep. She's very believable as a cyborg that remembers some of her past and is troubled by it, but doesn't necessarily feel it at the time. Michael Pitt shows up in this movie and delivers a really heartfelt performance. And I don't know the name of the actor. I know he's Danish, the guy who plays Bato. When I saw him in the trailer, I looked at him and got a little bit annoyed, but he's very serviceable as well. Very tough, but still has soul, has feeling. One last thing I'd like to discuss, some of the ideas this film makes me think about. Now, this is the part that I could go on for a while. This is the part that I would no doubt butcher. But the ideas of what makes us human and what doesn't, it was in this film. But not quite as much as I wanted it to be. I mean, there was some of it there. It seemed to be more of an anti-corporation film. I got more substance out of a recent game, the newest Deus Ex game. I got more out of the original Ghost in the Shell, but these ideas are still there. You know, how much do you augment a person? How much do you change yourself with robotics, with machinery, before you are no longer you? And indeed, even though this film is set in God knows what year, hundreds of years from now, have we not been adding to ourselves through technology for a very long time? We're still human if we wear sunglasses that help us see better, or a prosthetic leg that helps us walk better. These are great inventions. But at what point is it too much? Or is that the next step in evolution? Is the singularity happening? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'd like to talk about this more, but I can see Steph behind the camera getting impatient with me right now, so I'll just say for now, as always, like and subscribe. Comments are welcomed. If any of you ever watch this video, I hope you do, please turn the discussion thread below into a discussion on artificial intelligence, because this area really fascinates me. I even have a book down here on it, so I'm fucking intelligent, I swear. Till then, this is just another Film Critic. Again, like and subscribe, tune in for more videos like this, and we will see you next time.